I'm Blythe Mentz, and you're watching Green Lifestyle TV.
Well, hello there. You're one of the last audience members to arrive. Come on in. What are you waiting for? We're green, not mean. Doreen,
Samantha,
what are you doing here with all these empty chairs?
I don't know. I've been waiting for these green ladies to come in.
Oh, Tamara.
What?
Hello. And what have you been up to recently?
Well, at GreenTeaWithTamara.tv, we just recently helped the Miss America pageant go green with our Green is Gorgeous interactive eco contest.
Hello, Stasha.
Hello, welcome everyone.
I love the space you've provided. What is it used for?
Thank you. We are in Heaven on Earth. It's a community space for body, mind, soul, and planet.
And hello there, Miss Blythe.
Hello.
How's your sustainable document going?
Thank you very much. At thesolutionsdoc.com, we teach people the little things that they can do that make a big difference in the environment.
Amazing. Hi there, Juxta.
Hello.
And what sustainable practices do you utilize in your work?
So I use hairstyling to educate and empower people about the campaign for safe cosmetics. And here, Neon is an example right now. Everything in her hair is completely green and totally edible, and it's
Delicious.
pretty much hair you can eat.
Oh, edible. And what is Green Veggies?
It's a brand new non-profit corporation. It's to educate people about the link between global warming and the meat industry.
Ooh. Awesome. And Felicia here is the editor of LA Yoga Magazine. What do you do to promote green solutions?
Well, we focus on the connection between the individual and the collective, and that's really what the practice of yoga is. And it's about the personal choices that we make and how we can go green to cultivate societal sustainability.
Amazing. Dorit, I'm off to join the audience and enjoy your green perspective.
Thank you. Come back. Make sure you come back later. Ladies, thank you so much for coming today. High time you showed up too. And Tamara, what's going on with you?
Well, you might wonder what this is all about.
Yes, I
and
do.
at GreenTeaWithTamara.tv, my business partner and I, Kevin Carr, just won a Stay Tuned TV award for Best Hosted Interview Show. And we are so honored today that Kevin Carr is actually directing today's show, that if we stick with Kevin, we may get one of these very soon too for this talk show.
I'm positive about this one. Thank you, Tamara. So ladies, I know that a lot of people right now are concerned with the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. And because on this show, A Green Perspective, we believe that anything that happens in life is a metaphor for something in our lives. What is the general metaphor for you of the oil spill? Sure, absolutely, please.
Well, I think it's really interesting actually how it parallels. It's all about balance, right? And it's a reservoir and it's imbalanced, and as long as it's imbalanced, it's going to keep damaging things because it can't, until it rebalances, whether we cap it or whether it lets out enough oil that it rebalances the pressure, then it's going to keep destroying. So obviously it's up to us to have the courage to be honest with each other and to seek out and nurture the good that we see around us so that we can prevent destruction and work towards something better.
Thank you. Anybody?
I don't see this as a metaphor at all. I mean, this is overt corporate greed at its worst, destroying the environment.
Okay, anybody else?
Well, I see it as a cause and effect. I mean, we know how powerful our subjective thoughts are. We know how powerful our emotions are. And when we spill all that out onto the world, it has to create something. So it creates explosions or oil spills or whatever. But I really hope that this is an opportunity for us to really go into clean energy. I think this is part of the solution of us saying, you know what, no, we have clean energy, let's use it now.
There are so many solutions out there. It's so exciting. If this catastrophe could be used to highlight the solutions, then maybe, every crisis there's an opportunity. But if this were to continue without any change or any transformation happening, that would just be a shame.
Well, that won't happen because this show exists now.
That's exactly
But it happens.
So horrified by how long this has been going on for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I can't even think about it. And it's sad how it's kind of disappearing from the news. I mean, it was really featured when it started, and now there's all this distraction of Al Gore and his masseuse and suddenly that's more important than the oil spill, which is destroying creatures' lives.
I see the metaphor as like Mother Earth is this anthropomorphic being, and she has an addiction, and it's time for an intervention, and she needs a spiritual solution. So
I totally see the addiction metaphor. I mean, just look how deep they're drilling miles beneath the ocean to find the vein.
Right.
It's like a heroin addict
Exactly.
looking for the last blue vein on his arm.
And there was a moratorium.
So-
She kicked the habit there for a while, but she's having a relapse. They lifted the moratorium. She's back at it again.
She needs our
This
help.
isn't Earth's
We're back
fault.
at
This
it.
is something
We're the
else.
addicts.
Yeah, this is not, the earth is not the addict. And,
Yeah.
and when you
Earth
look at
is
even,
the body, right?
when you even look at corporate greed, right, like as you said, we are all participating. What are we buying? What are we shopping?
Yes,
What are
yes.
we not looking at in our lives? What are we addicted to? And how that is just enhanced and cultivated again and again and again with all of the information that we're fed in commercials, with all of the pressure that we're under. We're not given the information about what really true green energy is.
Well, we need to pay attention to labels. I mean, there's petroleum in children's shampoo, in lip balms, and all this stuff, and the consumer's not realizing what they're buying. There's petroleum in, and it's not good for any of us. So we need to start like looking at that as consumers and voting with our dollar and saying we don't need petroleum. We'll use a lip balm that has hemp in it or some other emollient.
I just had an epiphany that it's almost like we were like vampires. You know, the Eclipse movie just came out. And we're sucking Mother Earth's energy selfishly instead of giving back to her.
Right, what is the idea of drilling? It's like we can live off current sunlight. We don't need to drill into the earth for ancient fossil fuels for our needs. All our plastics, all our fuel needs can be from current sunlight, from a plant source.
The problem though is because we're addicted to other things with petroleum in them.
Well, plastic for one, absolutely.
Lip gloss.
Emollients, yeah.
We
So
used to live without plastics in the 1930s. How did our grandparents live without plastic? If they did it, we can do it.
And petroleum plastic is not biodegradable at all. It never, ever, ever, ever goes away. It may break down into particle matter, but it doesn't go away. And plant plastics are compostable, so they go right back to the earth and they're just as effective. So we need to really work on getting those in the marketplace.
We have
Well,
solutions. Yeah.
We've become addicted to having things disposable and throw away. And then we don't realize that there is no away. They don't go anywhere.
Yes, thank you.
And so that we're left with all of this plastic, all of this garbage, all of this trash that someday we are going to have to deal with.
And I heard that the landmass now is like the size of the United States floating in the ocean. It used to be the size of Texas, now it's the size of the United States.
And that's all plastic that is not biodegrade.
The plastic island in the Pacific Gyre.
Yeah, and birds are eating it, fish is eating it. We're seeing species go extinct. It's really, and if we don't think that that affects us, we're being very naive.
Let's go back to
We're
the, let's go back to
ecosystem.
the oil spill for a second. One of my issues, right, really, is not just so much about what we're doing, it's what we're going to be doing to solve it.
Yes.
What are the solutions? And that's what I want to see the show be based on solutions. We discuss the issues and then we come up with a solution. So what are some of the solutions that you particularly are able to offer?
And what's really interesting is you had introduced the topic of we're behind it all. You know, it's BP's logo on the oil spill, right? But every single one of us is hiding behind that logo.
Thank you.
Yes, and so it's just, the great thing is those breadcrumbs lead to our front porch, but we can just follow them right back to one unifying solution that's bigger than all of us, and it is all about choice and moment-to-moment choices and just being present and being okay with recognizing that we make mistakes and that we're all learning.
Excellent, I like
It's a
that.
matter of choice, though. I mean, a lot of people can't just give up their car, not in Los Angeles.
But it doesn't have to be just a car. Like it can be, you know, it can be choosing a hemp-based lip gloss or choosing an aluminum water bottle instead of or turning off the lights.
But I see your
Small
point. I think
adjustments.
choice in the type of car. There's a whole story about why there aren't more electric cars on the road and available, or even clean diesel cars that
Or
burn
water
biodiesel.
cars.
Why
Right,
cars?
we
Wait a
have
minute,
this.
why cars? Why not public transportation?
Well,
Why are we
that's-
talking about
we're
cars?
talking choices and options. And
Go Metro!
Why don't we just have public transportation?
America
Why don't
loves
we
their
want-
cars.
That's the problem. Isn't that the problem?
I'm Blythe Mentz, and you're watching Green Lifestyle TV.